G'day all, it's Colin from PCTLC and thanks for joining me. Having a look at Arcolinux Budgie desktop again on a different computer this time, and this is part of the BigDaddyLinux Live Challenge. We did Budgie desktop, so it didn't matter which one you did. Some people did Solus. I decided to do the Arcolinux, and some people did Ubuntu Budgie. So I don't know if there could have been someone doing Manjaro as well. So so this is where I'm at the moment, and a couple of things I want to have a look at here is the add remove. Let's have a look at the add remove here. Now I did a search for Budgie. Let's just do that again, Budgie, and these ones came up. So I was adding some applets into there, and then I think it was the Budgie extras maybe, because I added these ones in, and then I added the Budgie extras, and then I think a day or two later an update came through, and I had some more applets to choose from. So if we go to the bottom panel and add applets, all these, the calendar, the clockworks and hot corners and all that. I haven't tried them all yet. I do know that the clockworks one is not working. I've tried to add that, but doesn't seem to be doing anything. I can't find it anywhere. I don't know what's going on there. So now the other thing, if you want the window shuffler, this is what I've had to do with the window shuffler. I've had to go to the GitHub, the Ubuntu Budgie window shuffler GitHub, and I downloaded the GitHub here. I think I did download it. Let me just double check on that. So let me arrow up and see what my previous commands are. So that's working with the wrapper and everything from there. Now that's another command I had to do for the what do you call it? The images, the SVG images. Now there's the git clone. So I've downloaded that, and when I downloaded it, I've actually added it all into .window-shuffler into here. Now these icons had to be copied to, let's go back. So I changed directions in the window shuffler and just double checked that it worked, and we had to, I think we had to install these ones as well, but I think there was one or two that didn't work of those. Might have been the Python 3 ones. There was an error on that and it didn't install, but it seems to be working okay anyway. Now sudo copied all these SVGs into user share pixmaps, so I had to do that as well. And then in Menu Libre, I've opened up Menu Libre. I made I think it's in System Tools, I think I put it, or this one here. I'm not sure where I've put it now, but there's definitely in the menu a window shuffler. There it is there, and I made it in here. So what I've done is I've copied it over to the .window shuffler. Everything's got to be in the one folder. It was anyway, so I've just made up my folder and copied these over to user share pixmaps. And this is your launcher, so I've used that as my launcher, matrix-wrapper I think it is. So let me find the window shuffler in here. It's not here, is it? Sometimes things don't show up in here and I don't know why. No, it's not showing up. It's definitely in the menu, so that's really weird. Okay, so there it is there. So let's do that, and there it is. And if I shuffle my windows, you can see that that's all working well. There, okay. So if we take a snapshot of that, and then we actually if we put that down there and this one there, take a snapshot of that, and then we can mix all these up. Just put everything all over the place and go back to the revert to snapshot, so you can see that's all working pretty well. I'm not sure if everything works, but we've got this working here, and this one, this X didn't show up because when I first tried it, I hadn't copied the images over to the user share pix maps at that point, but now it's all showing up, and so is this, and you know, all the information here on how to use the window shuffler. So that's pretty cool. And I might have borrowed a theme from Ubuntu Budgie, because I like that theme, and that's Pacillo, I'm not quite sure how that's pronounced. The background is care of, it's the two-tone plasma arch by Antechdesigns. Thought that was quite a nice wallpaper and very fitting for this video and for the Budgie desktop. Considering I'm on Arch, so that looks quite nice. I've got some updates there pending. So I'm going to do a VirtualBox install of Arcolinux and show you how I do mine. Now on this one, once again, I did all the scripts, I run them all. So I've got a lot of applications that I really don't need. I just wanted to get the install done fairly quickly. I would have liked to have removed some of these applications, so we're going to go through that when I do that in VirtualBox. So we'll do that, and so they're the two things that I've done, is the add remove, and let's just go back over that. I may have gone a bit too quick, I think, than what I normally do. Add remove, look for Budgie and the Budgie extras, and I installed I don't remember installing the brightness, but that might have come in with the extras maybe. I did do the calendar, the indicator I think I did, and the workspaces compact applet, I did that one as well. But I also did the Budgie extras, so that just took a day or so I think to come through. It's probably quicker than that. I didn't have the computer on all the time, so that may be the reason. And then you've got the GitHub, Ubuntu Budgie GitHub with the window shuffler. Now I downloaded it with using the Git clone, but you can probably just click on and download zip, and that will be the same thing. And if you save that file, I'm just trying to get used to using Git clone just to become more familiar with it, so I'm finding it pretty handy, but I'm not using it that often, so I can't always remember how that works. Let's just get rid of the hidden files for a minute. Go to downloads, and there it is there. So if we have a look inside the Window Shuffler Master, so it's got everything in there that you need. So what I would have done is I would have gone to Home, Show Hidden Files. I would have made a folder called .window shuffler, and I'll do that, a new file, .window-shuffler-1. This is me second one, or call it -2 maybe. And go back to your downloads and just cut that and paste it into the window shuffler. Paste. And let's extract that here. And everything's in there. So then what you would do with that is these icons here, you would have to, now because the Budgie desktop doesn't have open as root, that becomes an issue for people. So if we go to home and try and open something as root, you don't have that there. what I normally do is I could go to the terminal, change directions. It's in the home folder, so just dot win tab key shuffler and then go -2. Because there was 2 window shufflers there, only pre-fills up to here. You can either select that one or you can fill in the rest of this one. So that's how that works. Then we go ls for list and see what's in there. So the window shuffler master, so we need to cd or change directory into the window shuffler master. And that one there, yep. And list that. And you have the icon, so change directory again to icons, tab key, and list that. And there are all the icons in there. So what I did was I went sudo, so you can copy it over to user share, and I went copy, and there's probably a way of just putting an asterisk as a wildcard for copying everything with an SVG. I can't remember how to do that. I think I've done that once before. I'd have to probably do a search on that, but what I did was I just went ARR or AR, tab key, you got undo 1 and tab key, and then it automatically puts a space, and then you can go ARR with a tab key and 2 and tab, and it spaces it out for you. And then I just followed those down. Every SVG, whether it's black or green, it doesn't matter. You got to copy it. And then once you've done them all, and you can go, I'll go in order, EX, exit symbolic, yep. And you've got FAT, that one there, a Q mark, QM, tab key. Oh, there's a couple of them, so we've got Q mark 1, tab, Q mark, and go number 2 and tab, snapshot, so tab key, snapshot 1 and snapshot 2, tab key, window shuffler 2, tab key, and window shuffler, oops, tab key, window shuffler, dash, and then a symbolic, and then /USR/share, tab key, and PIX for Pix maps and tab key, and press enter, put in your password, and that'll copy all those images into the Pix maps folder under user share. And that's how you do that. Now I hope somebody can put down what the command is for the wildcard for copying SVGs instead of doing all that manually. It's probably a lot quicker way, because I always do things the hard way. So that's how I did that. And then what I did was, we'll use Window Shuffler 2 for this example. I don't know why it's not showing up in Menu Libre. It's really weird. So what I did was, I'm sure I put it in System Tools. It's not there though. So System Tools, create, add launcher, and I browse the icons. No, I just browsed icons, yep, and I did window, just look for anything with a window icon. There was one with 2 of them, window duplicate. I used that one and apply that, and then call this window shuffler. No, I'll call it number 2, and we'll go for the command, and it was in home, window shuffler 2, we'll use that one into there, and matrix wrapper, and save that, and that's done. So there should be 2 of those now in the menu, and there's 2 of them. So if we go for window shuffler, Okay, so we may be, I don't know whether we can set a key command for that, shortcut key, I'm not sure, we probably can. So that's how we get around that. And then you've got all your applets in here as well. So it's almost a full-on Budgie desktop under Arcolinux. I haven't tried all these applets, but I do know, and I quite like the Clockworks applet, but for some reason that one doesn't want to work. So I'm not sure why. If anybody knows why, please let me know, that'll be great. But this is so far so good, running well. I've got some more updates pending. Yep, I checked that out before. So I will do a video on installing this and show you how I did my install. So I've got a few updates coming through again. So I just normally just apply my updates, so hopefully nothing breaks. But it's on its own computer. There's nothing else with this, so it should be fine, hopefully. So, and we have, as you can see, plenty of applications installed here, and I'll probably remove some that I don't need. Let's just have a quick look through them. Redshift is alright, Variety, sort of use it, don't. Vim I don't use, XFburn I don't need in the Budgie desktop. It's got mouse pad, but we also have, I think, gedit in here somewhere, gedit, so I don't need mouse pad, and I don't need XFburn, I don't need Vim, so I don't need those things. To do, that's the new to-do list, the GNOME to-do, so I'll leave that in there. Just things that aren't Budgie, and you'll probably find that there's a, if I remember, Discord, do I need that? Dropbox I don't need. Discord I've used before, so I'll leave that in there. MailNag I'm not quite sure, never used that. Vivaldi's there, so I'll leave that there. Transmission's good. InSync I don't use, I'll probably get rid of that. Evolution I don't use that, I use Thunderbird. And Genie or Genie, I don't know how that's pronounced, I don't use that. I'm not sure what that does. These are programming apps anyway, which I'll probably never use. Gradio I don't use. I don't use the Cheese webcam. XFburn again, it's in there twice. And you'll find all these, Termite, Thunar File Manager, all UR, XVT, all those. I don't use any of those. UXterm, Xterm, I don't know if they have to stay in or not. Normally those two are in there in other distros, so I'm not quite sure whether they need to be there. Boxes I don't normally use, although it's not a bad system anyway. BleachBit I don't normally use. Cool Retro Term, don't know whether I really need that in there. Gparted comes in handy. So there's a few that I would like to delete. And what you can do is when you run the scripts, you can actually comment out these applications when you're installing. So that's what I want to look at when I'm installing. I don't know what this thing is here. I don't know if that's meant to be there or not, or whether that's just something wrong with under the utilities there. I don't know. And it's there as well, but it's not. Oh, it's everywhere. Okay, it's not. Oh, it's probably at the bottom. Okay. Oh, that's just when you're scrolling down more. I don't know why that's doing that. So yep, we'll have a look at that. But this is our system tools. There you go. They're both in there. But why it's not showing up in Menu Libre, I'm not really sure. That's really strange. We'll see if the other one shows up in there. So it's definitely under System Tools. And that's not showing up either. So why is that? Maybe it's gone under something else. It's not there. That's really strange. That's really strange. Alright. Well, it's working, that's the most important thing, but it's just a bit weird that you can't find it in there. Just in case you wanted to do some sort of editing on it. It's not showing up. So I don't know if I've done something wrong there, but I did what I normally do anyway. It could be hidden. They may be hidden by default, I'm not sure. Can we show hidden? Probably not. No, I'm not sure. Hide, oh, that hides from menus, that's about all it does. Alright, okay. That's a weird one. So everything seems to be running pretty well with this at the moment. I don't know if that's meant to be blue up there. I think that if that's new or not, I'm not sure. I don't remember that being part of the theme anyway. So all looks good. All's running good. So yep, we'll do an Arcolinux install video on VirtualBox and we'll have a look at that. And this is running pretty well. So I'm going to be, I need to install probably Zoom. I don't think I've done that yet. And I'm going to be using this on BigDaddyLinux Live this weekend, which is about 10:30 Saturday night or 10:30 in the morning, Sunday morning for Western Australia. That's Western time. So it's probably about 12:30 Eastern time, I'd say. So that all looks good. So I hope you enjoyed the look around on Arcolinux Budgie desktop, and thanks for joining me.